Viewers, welcome again to another interesting episode today. I'm sure you are so delighted to have us here again, and I'm sure you want to know who again is here with me today. Yes, I've been having my followers, my fans, my subscribers who believe in what God is doing with me all through this dream and interpretation, and they have benefited a lot from it. And then I have a beautiful lady here again today who also want to say one or two things about how God has used me to be a blessing to her through the interpretations of dream. And I can't wait to introduce her to you. I'm sure you are so curious. You want to know who this beautiful lady is over there. Yes. I'm sure you are desperate to know who she is. Don't worry, you will soon know who she is. She's a great dreamer. She dreams a lot. And also she has benefited from the interpretation grace that God has put on my life. And she got her own testimonies also today to share with us. But very quickly, let me bring on stage right now. Let me welcome right.
Greetings, everyone. Yes, this man is truly a blessing. My name is Paige Parks, by the way. I'm originally from the Bahamas, but I reside in Houston. So let me tell you how this man has been a blessing to me. So it was sometime last year upon my relocation, I was having a series of bad dreams, and it was like
Okay.
I didn't know how to interpret them because I was always a dreamer, but the kind of dreams that was having was just it was just almost like a horror movie to me. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need to find the interpretation of this dream, and I think I had went on YouTube to interpret one of my dreams, and I came across his page. And can I tell you, from that day to now, he was a blessing to me. Every dream that I needed to find out the interpretation of, like I could just go upon his page, put my dream in. Like he always say, you have to keep it brief. So I would just keep my dreams brief, and he would come back on his time and he would interpret my dream. And I've always had one or two people interpret my dreams, but it was like with his interpretations, it's like you feel more comfortable with his interpretations. You feel like this is exactly what your dream, is basically meaning. So this man was a blessing to me from then to now. And I must say, if you haven't connected with him as yet, you need to connect because he is the real deal. God is really using him in that area, I must say.
Oh, thank you very much, P. That's awesome. I'm so delighted that you are also a beneficiary of what God has used this channel to be a blessing to you in dreams interpretation. Have you ever been a victim of false interpretation before?
Yes, absolutely. And that's what I was saying. Like I've had probably upon the time of discovering your channel, I've had one or two other people that was like more like pastors, that I knew that I had asked to interpret my dreams, but it was like the meanings just wasn't sitting right with me. So I knew that it was more that I needed to know. So yes, absolutely.
Good. And since you find out this channel, I'm sure you were so grateful to God for linking you to the channel.
Yes, I was indeed. I was because like I
Good.
said, like with dreams, you want to make sure that you get the right interpretations because just like a prophecy, like it could mess you up if you get the wrong interpretation. So, that was always my aim.
Good, exactly. You got it right. Because sometimes people don't know the difference between prophecy and dreams interpretation. And, in prophecy, people can just tell you any junks, and then sometimes it doesn't add up with what is
Mhm.
happening in your life. But you see, dream interpretation has to do with the dream you have. Then I just help you to understand the dream. I just interpret the dream for you, which is totally different from prophetic ministry, as some people assume that prophetic ministry and dream ministry is more or less the same. They are two different things. In dreams, you are the one who sees something, and then God speaks to you directly and show you something in your sleep. And then your duty is, oh, I need to understand what it means. And then you just pass it up to me, and I try to interpret it for you. And I'm sure all the interpretation I've been given to you, just like you said, they have been very accurate, and you can confirm that they are accurate, right?
Yes, I can say that the interpretations were accurate for every time. He has been accurate, I must say. This man has the anointing on his life to interpret dreams. So if you haven't connected with him as yet, like I said, you need to. You're probably just discovering his page, but I'm going to tell you that this page is going to be a blessing to you. You're going to be like, every time you have a dream, you're going to be right there just sending your dreams and, just awaiting his reply, sorry.
Good. Thank you. Yes, because most time a lot of people send dreams. They don't know that it takes a lot of time to get back to them, because I have volume. I remember sometime you sent me your dream. Also, you have to wait, right, for some
Yeah.
time to get
Yes.
your interpretation. Because I have a lot of people I attend to. Everybody wants to get their interpretation. I know. So sharing the time has not always been easy with everybody. But I also appreciate your patience. Sometimes you have to wait for like maybe 2 days before you get your interpretation, because of the numbers of you on queue, a lot of people on queue. So this is something that also my viewers need to understand, that sometimes they send in their dreams and they want to get the reply now. A lot of people are there who have sent dreams to me, just like I'm talking to you right now. I have over 200 dreams sent today only, just today only. So you see, it's not going to be easy to respond to all of them today. Some under the YouTube, others in the WhatsApp, while I have some on my mails, So it takes a lot of sacrifice, at least to manage the time well, and then to be able to meet up, because that's not the only thing I do, you see. But notwithstanding, I try my best to make sure that I respond within the limit of my ability per day. And then secondly, we continue. So I want to use this opportunity to let my viewers, and then to appeal to them to be always patient with me. For sure, once I get your dream, for sure, someday I must attend to it, right? Especially my partners. Those who are my partners, I don't waste time, because they are supporting our ministry. So I must give them priorities. The VIPs, I must give them priority to make sure I respond to their dream all the time. I remember one of your dreams that I told you the interpretation that has to do with the snake, and then we went through some prayer session with you. How was the experience of that prayer session?
Honestly, that experience was great. Like, I felt free. I knew that something was kind of trying to keep me bound, but it was like the minute you prayed for me, like I felt a burden lift off my shoulder. I felt free, honestly. So that prayer was a blessing, I must say.
Yes, I'm sure you were really amazed that time when we were having the prayer together, especially some of the things that God revealed also from the dream, and then how the Lord spoke to you about some issues. I could see that then you were very shocked. Some things
Yes,
that God revealed.
yes, I
You were
was amazed. I was like, wow, like it's like your dreams. I feel like your dreams is really important, and you should pay attention to your dreams, because a lot of people don't really pay attention to their dreams. Sometimes they'll be
yeah,
like, "Oh, I just had a dream," and they'll just brush it to the side. But our dreams are really, that is the way God communicate with us. And if you don't understand, my advice would be to find someone who can interpret your dream like I did, and that's how I
exactly.
discovered the hand of God. So yes.
Good. It's interesting, and I really find pleasure in making sure that I help people understand their dream, to interpret the dreams of people in a very spiritual perspective, that they will know that yes, this is the Spirit of God at work, which I'm sure you can testify on, just like what you have said earlier. All right. And I want you to also tell me one or two things again that you have learned from this channel.
So what I've learned from this channel is that like I said, one, you have to pay attention to your dreams. You must take your dream real serious. You don't just dream and just brush it aside and be like, oh, it's just a dream. If you can, like I say, come and find the interpretation of the dream so that you would be able to pray. Because a lot of the things that we would see in our dreams, they are things that are probably about to take place, or things that had taken place in the past. And, God always revealed to redeem. So if he shows us these things, he really want us to pray against it. And some dreams really require a lot of warfare prayers. So I think it's important, for the viewers to really take their dreams serious. And like he said, sometimes he's going to be busy. So you may just write your dream there, and you may not get a response until maybe another day or two, but for the most part, he's going to answer you back. So yeah, that is basically it.
Thank you for your contribution to this channel. I deeply appreciate that. You have done well also, and I appreciate you also for being there also as a partner of the ministry, supporting the work we are doing. It's been interesting also having you as one of the people who have been supporting me financially. The Lord bless you. I'm proud of you, and I want to publicly appreciate your commitment and your effort. I deeply say a big thank you to you, okay? And before we go, I want to ask you, are you married?
Not as yet.
Oh, very soon. It's going to happen.
Thank you so much, man of God. I receive it.
Yes, I declare it will happen for you.
In the
Very
name
soon.
of Jesus, amen.
Yes, it's going to be an amazing experience. I hope you will invite me.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I'm going to
Also,
definitely.
it will be my pleasure to grace your wedding, okay? To grace your
Yeah.
wedding in Texas. Good. So it will be
Yeah.
my pleasure. Don't worry, it's going to happen very soon. I'll take it up and I'll be praying for you. And I know that God is going to speak to you very soon. You will have a beautiful dream this night, amazing dream. And once you have that, let me know, which will confirm what I'm doing to you right now. All right. The Lord bless you and keep you strong in faith. Okay. Keep waxing strong in faith. And let me tell our viewers before we go that it's important you know the meaning of your dream, just like you have heard from P all the way from Houston, Texas this hour. And I want to advise all of you who have a dream, don't keep your dream to yourself. If you don't know what it means, come to this channel, drop it at the comment section. And at my free time, I will take your dream and I will explain to you what exactly your dream means. Like I always say in this program, that knowing what your dream means is vital to your safety. Don't play with your dreams. Your dreams are messages from God. They are things that God are trying to communicate to you that you need to understand. It has to do with your destiny, your family. It can do with your country. But if Joseph had played with the interpretation of the dream for Pharaoh, the whole country will have suffered economic hardship and meltdown. But by the interpretation, he was able to rescue the whole country. So who knows? The dream that you are having might rescue your family if only you get to know what it means. So don't play with your dream. Take your dream serious and drop it here, and I will be there to help you. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. All right, P, I have to let you go. Thank you for coming on the platform today to share your own experience with me. It's so encouraging, and I'm sure our viewers also are blessed. Final word before we go.
Yes, thank you so much, man of God, for having me. It was a privilege and an honor. And to all of the viewers, like I said, take your dreams serious, drop your dreams down below in the comments. And if you want to know your interpretations, like I say, it may take some time, but he's going to get back to you at his earliest convenience. Be blessed.
Thank you very much. All right, P, I wish you the best. Enjoy the rest of your day in Houston, Texas. Bye for now. See you again. God bless.
God bless.
What wondrous love is this, oh my soul, oh my soul. What wondrous love is this, oh my soul. What wondrous love is this that